You know, the hardest part about letting go isn't the silence or the emptiness or even the loneliness that creeps in late at night. It's acceptance, and the truth is, most people don't want to hear that because acceptance sounds passive. It sounds like surrender, but I'll tell you right now, acceptance is not weakness. It's power. It's the moment when you stop fighting a battle that's already over and start reclaiming the energy that was being wasted trying to rewrite a past that's already been written. You see, when a relationship ends, especially one you poured your soul into, your mind refuses to accept it at first. It's like your brain becomes a courtroom, replaying evidence, rewriting testimonies, looking for a loophole to undo the outcome. But this is where most people get stuck. They confuse grieving with resisting, and resisting reality. That's the fastest way to get stuck in emotional quicksand. Acceptance doesn't mean you're okay with what happened. It doesn't mean what she did or didn't do was right. It means you've made peace with what is and that's where the power begins. Because until you say, it's over, this is my new reality, you're still negotiating with the past. And every time you do that, you hand your peace over to something that no longer exists. Now I want you to think about this. How much of your energy, your focus, your potential has been held hostage by a version of the past you wish had played out differently? That fantasy version of her, that edited highlight reel of the relationship where everything made sense, where love was enough, where she stayed. That's not acceptance. That's nostalgia in disguise, and nostalgia is a liar. It softens the sharp edges and paints over the cracks. It blinds you to the truth you don't want to admit, that maybe it wasn't as perfect as you remember. And even if it was, it still ended. So let's stop calling it heartbreak when sometimes it's ego bruising. Let's stop calling it love when it's actually attachment. Because here's the uncomfortable truth. Many people aren't in love with the person. They are in love with who they were when they were with that person. They're in love with the identity they had, the feeling of being wanted, desired, seen, and when that gets taken away, they think they miss her. But what they're really mourning is the version of themselves that felt alive in her presence. But here's where the shift happens, when you realize you don't need her to get back to that version of you. You don't need her to feel whole. That man, he's still inside you, and it's not her job to bring him out anymore. It's yours. There's a kind of quiet strength that rises up in a man when he accepts that someone he cared for, someone he might have loved deeply, is no longer meant to walk with him into the next chapter. That's not defeat, that's divine clarity. It's the understanding that some things aren't lost, they're released. And in that release, something greater begins, not out there in another woman, but in you. So if you're holding on tonight to a memory, a message thread, a moment, I want you to remember this. Peace doesn't come from getting her back. Peace comes from getting you back. That's the beginning of letting go, not from a place of bitterness, but from a place of clarity. The kind of clarity that says, this chapter is closed, and I have the pen now. You ever notice how your mind keeps going back to the same scenes? Like it's stuck on a loop, same memories, same questions, same what-ifs, that never give you any real answers. That's not an accident, that's a pattern, and your mind is designed to repeat what it hasn't resolved. Now, I want you to think about that. Every time you replay that argument, that moment she walked out, that one text you wish you'd never sent or maybe the one you wish she had replied to, your brain is trying to finish a story that already ended. You're not healing when you do that, you're just rehearsing pain over and over again. But pain doesn't heal by repetition. It heals through disruption. The mind is a powerful machine. But here's the catch, it doesn't care about your peace. It cares about what's familiar. So if heartbreak is what you've been feeding it day after day, that's what it will continue to serve you. Not because it's trying to hurt you, but because that's the groove you've carved into it. And until you step in and break the cycle it'll keep you locked in that loop like a song that never ends. This is why so many people say, I can't stop thinking about her. It's not because she's your soulmate, it's because your thoughts haven't been trained. They've been triggered. The brain runs like a river. It'll follow the path of least resistance unless you reroute it. And that takes intention, that takes awareness, and most of all, that takes ownership. So the real question becomes, what are you doing with those thoughts when they show up? Are you feeding them, entertaining them, playing them like a movie you're addicted to? Or are you catching them, stopping them at the door and saying, no, not today? That story doesn't serve me anymore. Because you have to realize this, your thoughts are not facts. They're just habitual and a habit is only as strong as your commitment to it. You want to stop missing her. Stop rehearsing her. Stop assigning meaning to every song, every smell, every time you drive past that one place. Your mind wants a pattern, so give it a new one. Replace the mental reruns with motion, with new inputs. Read, move, build, create, speak truth over yourself, speak clarity into your confusion, and listen. This is not about pretending she didn't matter. This isn't about acting like you don't feel what you feel. This is about choosing not to be dominated by what no longer feeds your spirit. Pain may visit, but suffering is when you invite it in and give it your bed. The power is in your ability to interrupt the script. And that's not some motivational fluff. That's neuroscience. That's discipline. That's the difference between staying stuck in the past and walking freely into your future. You've got to catch the loop in real time. You've got to become the observer of your thoughts, not the prisoner of them. Because once you can see the pattern, you can change the pattern. And when you change the pattern, you change you. So the next time your mind starts drifting back, stop. Take a breath, ground yourself in the now. Remind yourself, I am no longer there. I am here, I survived it, and I'm building forward. Because here's the truth. You don't have to wait for the pain to stop to start healing. You just have to stop giving it the mic. The loop doesn't own you unless you let it keep playing. You think you're missing her. You think what you're feeling is love. But take a closer look and you'll see something deeper, something most people never confront. You're not missing the person. You're addicted to the feeling. That rush of validation when she texted first, the high of being desired, the comfort of knowing someone out there was thinking about you. That wasn't just emotional connection. That was dopamine serotonin oxytocin chemicals flooding your brain, tying her to feelings of reward. That's not romance, that's biology, and biology doesn't care about logic. It doesn't care that she left. It doesn't care that the relationship wasn't right. It just wants that feeling back, and that's where the confusion begins. Because now, instead of grieving a real person, you're chasing a high. You're chasing the way she made you feel powerful, wanted, seen, significant. You've attached those feelings to her face, her voice, her presence. So when she walked away, you didn't just lose a woman, you lost your fix. And your brain is now going through withdrawal. That's why it hurts. That's why the nights feel long. That's why you keep reaching for memories like they are medicine. But here's the hard truth. You're not heartbroken. You're chemically dependent on a fantasy. Let me say that again. You are chemically dependent on a fantasy. Because much of what you miss isn't even real. It's a version of her that only existed in your mind. You miss who she was in your best moments, not who she became in the end. And that illusion is what keeps you stuck. That illusion is what blinds you to the truth that the relationship wasn't aligned, that it couldn't sustain the weight of your growth, your vision, or your values. But the emotional high made you overlook that, because feelings have a way of dressing dysfunction in beautiful clothes. And when you're addicted to the feeling, you'll start craving chaos. You'll check her socials not to find peace, but to trigger a reaction, because any emotional hit, even pain, is still a hit . It keeps the tie alive, keeps her in your system. And this is what I need you to understand. Letting go is not just about removing her from your life. It's about detoxing from the emotional dependency you built around her. So, how do you break that? By separating the feeling from the person. By realizing that the feeling was yours all along. She didn't give it to you. She just activated it. And if it came from you once, it can come from you again. But this time, not as a reaction to someone else, but as a reflection of who you've become. You reclaim that feeling by rebuilding your identity without her in it. By reminding yourself that significance, validation, and peace are not outsourced . They are cultivated . You cultivate them through self-respect, discipline, and the quiet strength of no longer needing someone else to make you feel whole. That's how you stop craving her. That's how you stop confusing attachment with love, because love doesn't trap. Love doesn't addict. Love doesn't make you lose yourself. So if you're sitting there right now thinking, I just miss her, ask yourself, do you miss her or do you miss the version of you that she temporarily reflected? The feeling isn't wrong, the dependency is, and once you learn to separate the two, you don't just move on, you elevate . You rise above the craving, and that's not just healing, that's freedom . Let's talk about access. Not just the kind you give to other people, but the kind you leave open without even realizing it. Because here's the truth. Most men don't move on because they're still leaving the door cracked open . And you can't heal from someone if you're still giving them silent permission to walk in and out of your mind, your emotions, your life. It's like trying to close a wound while still picking at the scab. You say you want peace, but you're still checking her Instagram. You say you're done, but you've got her number saved just in case. You keep the photos, the texts, the memories on standby like emotional souvenirs. Let me tell you something, healing is surgical . It's precise, it's intentional, and it demands clean cuts . You cannot expect closure from a door you refuse to shut. Every time you look her up, you're reopening a chapter you claimed to finish. And don't get it twisted. Closure doesn't come from a final conversation. Closure comes from from the decision to remove anything that keeps feeding the illusion that there's something left to return to. Let me break this down for you psychologically. Every digital breadcrumb, her profile, her status, even an unread message activates the reward centers in your brain. It's like scratching an itch. Feels good for a moment, but it keeps the inflammation alive. That's not healing. That's prolonging the infection. And if you're serious about moving forward, you have to starve the addiction not keep feeding it through little emotional snacks. You don't need to stay friends. You don't need to check in to prove you're over her. That's ego talking. That's the part of you still hoping to be chosen again. And every time you reach out, every time you linger, you give your power away. You make her the gatekeeper of your healing. And man, nobody deserves that much power over your peace. It's not about being cold, it's not about bitterness, it's about asterisk boundaries asterisk, healthy, necessary, protective boundaries that guard your energy and guard your mind. If you broke your leg, you wouldn't keep walking on it just because you missed the feeling of running. You'd rest, you'd isolate, you'd let it heal. Your heart deserves that same care, that same discipline. Now, I know this part isn't easy. Cutting off access feels extreme when you're still emotionally tied to someone. But think of it this way, if your future depended on one hard decision today, would you make it? Because that's exactly what this is. A future free of emotional baggage in exchange for the discipline to let go of anything that keeps the past alive. Delete the thread, block the number, archive the photos, and not out of spite, out of asterisk self-respect asterisk. Because there's a version of you that's waiting on the other side of this, stronger, wiser, lighter. But he can't rise until you stop dragging the ghost of what once was. You can't fully move forward with one foot stuck in yesterday. You can't open new doors while keeping old ones unlocked just in case the past decides to knock again. Sometimes love means letting go without a grand finale. Sometimes healing begins with a quiet decision that says, asterisk, this is the last time I let her into my head, asterisk, cut the access. Not because you hate her, but because you finally love asterisk yourself asterisk enough to choose peace over possibility. Pain by itself is not the enemy, it's what you asterisk do asterisk with the pain that defines your next chapter. You see, too many men think pain is a signal to shut down, to fold, to retreat. But what if I told you pain is asterisk, raw material asterisk, untapped energy, a fuel source? Something you can asterisk build with asterisk if you know how to harness it. Let's be real, heartbreak burns. It leaves you hollow in places you didn't even know existed. But beneath that ache, there's power. And if you sit with it long enough without numbing it, without running from it, that pain starts to teach you. It reveals where you ignored red flags, where you compromised your values, where you lost yourself just to keep someone else. And that's the moment the shift begins, when you stop asterisk fighting asterisk the pain, and you start asterisk listening asterisk to it. Because now it becomes a mirror, and what you see in that mirror, that's who you get to rebuild, not for revenge. Not for some fantasy comeback, but for asterisk you asterisk, because once you realize pain is a asterisk call to rise asterisk, not a curse to suffer, you stop asking, why did this happen to me? And you start asking, what is this trying to awaken asterisk in asterisk me? A transformation doesn't begin in comfort. It begins in fire, and heartbreak is that fire. It's what burns away the illusion, the fantasy, the version of you that thought love was enough even when self-respect was missing. It strips you down so you can build again, this time, asterisk intentionally asterisk, and here's what nobody tells you. The process of rebuilding will feel lonely at first. You'll have to wake up and fight the urge to reach out. You'll have to go to bed with silence instead of reassurance. But you keep going, you hit the gym, you pick up that book, you dive into your purpose, you reconnect with your brothers, your goals, your core. Because the pain that once kept you paralyzed is now the weight that builds your strength. You won't even realize when the shift happens. One day, you'll just catch yourself not thinking about her. You'll hear the song that used to ruin your whole mood and feel asterisk nothing asterisk. That's not indifference. That's asterisk growth asterisk. That's healing doing its work underneath the surface because you chose to use the pain as a ladder, not a leash. But don't get it twisted. It's not about becoming cold or heartless. It's about becoming asterisk whole asterisk, so that the next time you love, it's not from a place of need, but from a place of asterisk overflow asterisk. Because you're no longer looking for someone to complete you, you've already completed yourself. This is what true self-respect looks like. It's not loud, it's not flashy, it's asterisk consistent asterisk. It shows up in the choices you make when no one's watching. It shows up in the way you speak to yourself, in the way you treat your time, your body, your vision. That's the new love story, the one between you and the man you're becoming. So if the pain is still there, don't hide from it. Don't drown it out with distractions. Sit with it, listen to it, and then move with it, because that's not your weakness talking, that's your future calling. And when you answer that call, remember this: the pain you're feeling today isn't here to break you. It's here to build the man you were always meant to become. Letting go of her is one thing. Letting go of the version of you that still carries guilt, regret, shame, that's the real work. Because here's what nobody tells you. Sometimes the hardest part isn't forgiving her for what she did or didn't do. It's forgiving yourself for what you allowed, for what you tolerated, for the things you said or never said. You see, healing isn't just about release. It's about reconciliation, and not with her, but with with the man in the mirror. And a lot of you are walking around still punishing yourselves for how it ended. You blame yourself for not being enough, for caring too much, for staying too long or leaving too soon. You carry that weight like it's a sentence, like the pain is something you deserve, but it's not. Listen, you did what you knew how to do. With the tools, the awareness, the emotional vocabulary you had at the time, you showed up. Maybe not perfectly, but honestly, you loved with the information you had, you tried, you gave, and maybe it still wasn't enough to save it, but that doesn't mean you failed. That doesn't mean you were unworthy. It means it wasn't meant to last, and that's okay. Forgiving yourself doesn't mean excusing your mistakes. It means learning from them without being defined by them. There's a big difference between accountability and self-condemnation. One builds you, the other breaks you. So yes, own your part. Be real about the times you lost your temper, the moments you didn't speak up, the times you betrayed yourself just to keep the peace. But after you own it, release it, because you can't keep growing if you're still beating yourself up for who you used to be. The world will try to make you feel like you've got to be bulletproof. Like men can't hurt, can't cry, can't admit they miss someone who didn't treat them right. But let me tell you something. Real strength is not denial. Real strength is being able to face your own heart raw, unguarded, and say, yeah, I made mistakes, I was learning, but I'm still worthy and I'm moving forward. That's emotional maturity. That's what sets men apart from boys, the ability to process your past without letting it poison your future. And yeah, maybe she never apologized. Maybe she moved on like none of it ever mattered. Maybe you're stuck holding both the memories and the questions. But peace doesn't come from her apology. Peace comes from you deciding you don't need it anymore. You don't need her to validate the love you gave. You don't need her to recognize the effort you put in. Because you know what you gave. You felt what you carried. And sometimes that's enough. It's enough to know that you tried with a full heart. It's enough to know that you've grown past the patterns that once broke you, and now it's about living in a way that honors that growth. So if you're still holding on to the version of you that didn't know better, let him go too, not with judgment, but with compassion. He got you here. He walked through hell so you could rise. He wasn't weak. He was becoming Forgive her. But more importantly, forgive you because real freedom isn't when they let go of you. Real freedom is when you stop holding yourself hostage to the past.